Hi, Dr. Webb. The chapter we went over was largely focused on improv in the classroom, different ways that should be utilized. Um, I believe that improvisation should be used in the classroom as well as teaching the regular repertoire that the students go and learn in orchestras today. Um, there's many different ways that it can go over, like the textbook says. Um, for the elementary students and the grades that we're going over in our class, the first thing you'd want to start off with is things like open string improv. This would be just using your open strings and then creating different melodies based on the strings, and also have a rhythm focus because you can explore more rhythmically while only playing on a few strings. Another option is just one note, which this is exclusively exploring the rhythmic route to take through doing this, I guess, is a way to put it. And then you can obviously then add things toward this, make it two notes, or then another option could be having this based on a scale. Say that the class is working on a D scale, then you can say only play notes in the D scale, and then they could try to improv off of these certain notes. Having improv in the classroom is very helpful because it allows the students to become more creative and explore their instrument other than just playing the music that is just put on the page. Another thing that can be done is having a backing beat, like a drum beat in the background for your students that will play these melodies so they can kind of base the rhythms off of this beat. And then they can explore with the notes they're adding. There's also, the chapter went over a creative drone approach, which would be then having a drone played and then basing the notes off the drone played, and having like multiple students potentially play the drone while one student will then improv over this. Another thing is doing a riff approach. This would be similar enough to having the drum beat, but instead of having the drum beat play, there would be like a blues D scale was the example that the book went over, so the students could then improv over the backing track for the D blues. Another thing is the students could improv over chord changes, where either the students could play the changes or the teacher could play on the piano, and then one student would improv over the students playing it. And then there's a lot of other things that you can do. They could do like a call and response or a question and answer where the students would then respond to what the teacher or whoever would be the leader would play. So the teacher could play like a bar of music, and then in response the students could then either play it back, which would help their skills orally, or then they could come up with a melody or a motif that is similar enough to what the teacher displayed. Especially at a younger age, like the classes that we're talking about, you'd want to have a more defined rule set, like for example, like one bar, or you'd want to have it just use these notes, just the open strings. Having these restrictions allows the students to not go too overboard and just playing random notes, while it still allows them to play creatively, just on the confines of different rules that you're having. And I find that this is very helpful for the students in the classroom, as it does help them increase their creativity. And all of these ways could be used in the classroom, and I find the order that the chapter went over is good because it's starting the students from a significantly smaller point of where they're playing, then gradually becoming more advanced in their playing of improvisation.